All right, so on to our final segment. And for those of you who watch regularly, you know this is what we call One Last Thought. This is just anything that's on our heart and mind to talk about. So, because she was so nice to join us this week, we'll start with Tina. Tina, why don't you go ahead and give us your one last thought?
I'm going to continue with my rant or our rants we had earlier today in the show about how it's just people are like, oh, my fantasy, you didn't help me on my fantasy. You didn't do this. All these fans that are getting into all of this and blaming everyone, everything, and being like, well, the NFL should still be going on and this isn't that bad, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like somebody said earlier, these guys are humans. And we need to keep remembering that part of humanity is human. They're human. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to do things. And I'm glad that everybody at the game last night with Cincinnati, where the fans and everybody kind of understood like this is a situation where this guy's health may be in jeopardy. I watched a couple of the clips. I could not watch all of them because, as some people may know, I ended up in an ER with my mom who had a minor heart attack a couple of weeks ago. So for me, that clip was just way too much for me. I couldn't watch it um, through all the way through to the end. But to kind of go along with this, there was a lot of things like after that happened, everybody was like, Skip Bayless is talking about how we need to go on. This is a playoff game. And there was other pundits that were saying the same thing, and fans were saying like we need to continue this game and everything. Um, there's a tweet that I posted on the ladies thread that I thought was absolutely perfect and said everything. Um, be a human being, not a soulless ghoul. Okay. Remember that about these guys. And they're in it. They're in it for, yeah, they're playing for money, but the owners are playing for money. And everybody in this whole system needs to start thinking about player security because it's been shown there's a lot. Remember 10, 20 years ago, the youth pop, like junior pop football and all of that would have like hundreds of kids playing. There are now moms and dads that are like, nope, my kid's not playing. I don't want him to get injured. I don't want him to deal with this. We're going to go into something that's less contact. So, unless the NFL starts changing some things, this isn't just going to affect the NFL. It's going to affect college and it's going to affect high school and et cetera and on down the line. So, like I said, don't be a ghoul. I'm
So,
done.
I mean, that's great. No, I totally appreciate that.
Nope.
Sorry, we lost him for a
Oh, there
second.
we
Looks
are.
like
There
he's
he
coming
is.
back.
He just wanted
All
to
Whoa,
right.
sneak
that was
up
a
on
little
me.
Welcome
freaky.
back.
Okay, he's a
Well,
ghost.
hello there. Okay, we're back then. Everybody's good? Okay, we're all on? All right,
This
beautiful.
summer,
Just want to make sure.
Marvel Movies
Yeah,
presents Nightcrawler. He just
yeah, something, something
All right.
like that, right? Like, geez. But, okay, so I'm sorry. Tina, thank you so much. We do appreciate that. Again, I agree 100%, my dear. That's totally, yeah. Be a human, man. Right, don't be a ghoul. It's going to be our new tagline. We're going to have to use that. Don't be a ghoul. Um, Delilah, go ahead with your one last thought.
So before I do my one last thought, Tina, I'm hoping your mom is okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I wasn't
She's recovered
aware.
wonderful.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. I'm sorry.
That was
Some
the
of this,
reason why I wasn't on trivia night. I kind of told
yeah,
Nick
Yeah,
about it,
I,
but
I,
that's
okay.
way more
yeah,
important. No, I apologize.
yeah.
So
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
glad she's
yeah.
Yeah.
recovered. I'm sorry about that. I'm glad that
Yeah.
I could see where that would
Yeah.
be triggering. But I wanted to say I'm glad that your mom is doing better, and sorry that you had to go through that. Sounds
100,
terrifying.
100%. Absolutely.
Um, But I wanted to, before I go into my one last thought, I wanted to share, I forgot one huge factoid, and I can't believe I missed this one, but the famous catch number 2 by T.O., right? January 3rd, 1999, 49ers versus the Green Bay Packers, right? That wild card game. Everybody remembers that game-winning touchdown, right? That 25-yard catch, which was crazy, pivotal, and now it's known as the catch number 2, and it tossed Terrell Owens into like huge stardom. But anyway, sorry. That was a huge one I forgot to share at the beginning during my this week in the NFL, and I couldn't believe I missed that one. But anyway. I was like, I can't believe I missed that one. Anywho, sorry. But my one last thought is now I feel like it's not just about what happened yesterday. I think that I don't understand why some people are so negative and upset when someone asks for either condolences or asks for, even if it's not prayers, positive thoughts, and everybody's religious, I get it, I respect that. But you're still asking for positive thoughts, right? Feelings, setting positive vibes. Or, when someone or someone famous passes away, people are so, for some reason, there's a backlash of really ugly negativity. Like, oh, you don't know that person, or why do you care? They're not important. Or, oh, then stop watching the NFL. You're a hypocrite because you're going to go back out there and watch the NFL next Sunday, right? All of this awful negative stuff. And I still don't understand why the phrase, it's not even a phrase, it's true. If you have nothing good to say or nice to say, don't say it at all. Like, what is the point of being so negative because someone is treating an athlete as a person, because they are, or if they're recognizing a death of a celebrity? What is so wrong about that? Again, athletes, celebrities, they tend to be in that same, right? They kind of end up in that same niche. They're human beings, and I feel like we forget that. Okay, their job is to entertain you. That is a job, like, regardless of how we think monetarily what they're doing, but that is their employment, right? Their job is to entertain you, or to go out and play football, basketball, whatever it is. But human decency and basic empathy should be there for everyone, regardless. I feel like, just be kind, show empathy, and if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say it at all. Why are you stomping on someone that's just asking for positive thoughts about someone? I don't understand why that it has to happen. Just don't post anything, don't say anything. You're so bothered because someone is asking for basic human decency about another human being, and asking to recognize that person was a person that's gone. Just don't say anything then. Like, what's the point of you going out there acting like you're such a superior intellectual? Because that's how I feel, that's how sometimes these people think they are. um just don't say anything. Show empathy and kindness. I don't If we lead with empathy and kindness, this world really would be better. Honestly, I feel like that would just change so much. Be kind, be empathetic, and just don't say anything. I mean, just let people mourn who they're gonna mourn, and let people ask for prayers for whom they're asking prayers for. Why is it hurting you? Anyway, that's my one last thought.
Nope, absolutely. Man, you guys are on fire today though. Like, these are great takes on everything. Cause I totally 100% agree with you. And my dad and mom have been telling me that since I was a little boy. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I'm totally with you on that one, Delilah. Mr. Handy, one last thought from you, sir.
Yeah. This one is well, I don't really know how to classify it, but um learn to be grateful for the folks that do things for you. I'm not saying, not in a way like you loaned me $10 for gas back in 1996, and now I forever had to bend over and kiss your feet like old boy in Coming to America when he saw Prince Akeem. You understand what I'm saying? But oh my goodness, it is you. Thank you for the $10. I was a 15-year-old boy out of gas, 3 miles. I don't even know why I sound like I'm African all of a sudden, but you get what I'm saying. But learn to be grateful for the folks that do things for you. Don't be so quick to be ungrateful just because you don't feel like you owe that to them. There are folks that there are people from my own personal experience, there are people in my life that were there for me when, to use an expression, I didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, almost literally. And those folks will forever. Like, I'm not again, not bootlicking or anything, but I always will hold those folks in high esteem, because I will not ever forget that when I was hungry, that was somebody that helped me get something to eat. When I was broke, that was somebody that gave me $5 to get to my next job, put gas in my car to get to my next job so I could make a couple more dollars so I could get to the next job. You know, when I needed somebody to talk to when I was on the ledge, not literally. Please don't read anything into that, because Delilah, to go with your thought, that people be like, "Oh my God, are you okay? You need help? You know, you need to." Yeah, but when I was on that ledge, that the people that were there to just pull me in off the ledge and give me a hug and tell me it's gonna be okay. Learn to be that way. If you got somebody that looks out for you and does things for you and tries to care for you and 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 stands up to the world for you, don't treat them like a piece of garbage. Don't give them their respect as their respect is due. Because there's going to come a time when you are going to be due that same respect, and you're going to be looking for it. But you have to, saying is true, in order to get respect, you have to first be willing to give respect. And I personally, speaking for me, I got a hard time having respect for anybody that doesn't respect anybody. And if you ain't got no respect for me, I definitely ain't got no love for you. I'd rather just have my peace and go on about my business. I've got to the point in my life where peace is the name of the game. Peace, I'm out. So just try and learn. I don't care how you figure it out. Learn how to respect the folks that look out for you. And that's all I have. Yeah,
Man, like seriously, that's
Sean,
all.
a piece of garbage. Garbage.
No, but thank you, Anthony, because again, man, I'm telling you, you guys brought it this week with the one last thought. Seriously, that's all of this is good stuff, and it's all. So mine, and again, sometimes in life you get to that point where you start having the self-reflection. And the reason this came about for your boy this week is because on Saturday I turned the big 50. Yes, my 50th birthday is upon me, and it. Thank you, I appreciate that. But it's gotten me to really take a look just at the last, well, 50 years, as it were, and just kind of see where I've come, see where I've been. Uh, yeah, just you start really thinking about your life in general. And man, I could go back and tell you stories upon stories of things I've gotten into and things I've gotten out of and all that good stuff. But the most important thing I hope you take away from what I'm trying to say right now is that I just want to live my life and be happy for however much time. And I don't mean to sound morbid, but whatever time I have left on this planet. I've had, I can't complain. I've had 50 good years. There are tons of people who never make it to 50. And I feel very grateful, like you said, Anthony, for those people who have helped me along the way, who have helped me to get to this point, who have, like you said, given me an extra dollar when I didn't have it or anything like that. You know, and I just told myself, man, you're at that age now, man. Enjoy everything. Seriously, regardless of what it is, just enjoy. You've gone through all the hard stuff. You've gone through a lot of the all that good stuff. Just enjoy, man. Like I said, I want peace too. That's all I'm looking for. I want to be able to do what I want to do, have a good time, get along with everyone, just enjoy each other's company. Let's just have a good time. And to that end, I'm doing something that I've never done before that I've always wanted to do, and I'm taking a trip to Las Vegas for my 50th birthday. Um, incorporated with that, for those of you who don't know, I like to play poker. Okay, so there is a tournament that I'm playing in. This is one of the reasons I am going. That starts on Monday. The Monday the 9th
Okay.
starts the tournament, and it's the International Moose Lodge that I belong to, the chapter here in River Grove. They have a tournament of all the moose lodges all over the country, or internationally. I think Canada too. There's a few other places. So we're all going to convene in Vegas, play in this tournament. So I'm going just to have a good time, enjoy, my birthday weekend. Hopefully, win some money in this tournament. Hopefully I won't have to come back in a barrel with suspenders because I lost everything. So hopefully it'll be a good time. But again, it's just something that I've always wanted to do, and I told myself, man, just do it. I mean, I was like, yep, I'm going to do it. It's my present to myself. So again, I encourage everyone, regardless of what age you are, just enjoy life, man. Just enjoy life and just have a good time. Love the people you love, respect the people you need to respect, all that good stuff. But to that end, too, to all of you here, seriously, I know I've probably said this a few times, but the Let's Talk Football family, you guys have been great to me. I totally appreciate it. You guys tune in, you comment. You've had me on your shows. I've guested on other shows. I've done other things. Yeah, I'll definitely stay away from tigers, Johnny. Thanks. I don't need a Siegfried and Roy situation going on here, my friend. I like my throat. But yeah, I just, thank you guys so much for even listening to my crazy rantings at times on here. Like, I know I can just go off and all that good stuff. And, that's why Sean always, oh, Nick, I want the smoke. I do want the smoke. It's fun. But at the same time, again, just thank you all. Thank you all for allowing me to do this and for allowing me to just speak my mind and have fun with all of you guys. Again, thank you to Tina for coming on this week and sharing her thoughts with us about everything we talked about. Truly appreciate that. Again, you're welcome anytime, just so you know. Thank you very much.
Like I said,
Delilah. No, you're very welcome. Delilah, you already know, you and I go back 10 years now. I love you, girl. It's all good. Like,
I love you
one
too.
of these
Happy
days we'll
birthday.
thank you. I appreciate it. One of these days we'll get back to my buddies and have a beer again. So I'll meet you there someday. Handy, I love you, man. You're a funny guy. You and I are on the same wavelength with some stuff.
Love you
Like,
too,
we've had
bro.
conversations outside of here. Just great. It's phenomenal. Sean, you already know. Sean's like the older brother, not older brother. He's younger, but it's like I feel like he's just more wise than I am because I'm just a knucklehead. I know nothing. Like, I just have, I'm just there. I do my thing. Like, I don't complicate things too much. I try to be a simple guy, just all that good stuff. But Sean's like the brother I don't want to say I never had because I do have two stepbrothers and I love them. But so it's all good. But thank you guys so much. Thank you all for tuning in this week. We know we're on a little longer than we normally are, but we had a lot to talk about. We had some serious things to get out of the way. But as always, we always have a good time on the roundtable, no matter what happens. So for Tina Winter, Anthony Handy, and Delilah Crespo, who thank you, Delilah, for producing this week because Sean was otherwise busy. I'm Nick Rosario. Happy New Year, everyone. Have a great week. And no matter what, there will be a show next week. I don't know if I'll be on because, again, I will be in Vegas depending on what happens. Maybe I'll make an appearance. Maybe I won't. But either way, we'll be back next week, and it will be a playoff preview show because the playoffs do start the weekend after that. So
Yes.
be prepared for that. It's a new year. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great week, everyone. See you next Tuesday.
Bye, everybody.
Good night. Good night.